Story. And story is about Abuja sugar mummies. So Abuja, that I was told, has sugar mummies in abundance. In fact, some of my friends traveled and landed some rich sugar mummies. It got to my turn, and as usual, everything. Until one day, I went to buy groceries from the mall in the estate I was squatting with my friends, whose sugar mommy was paying the rent to. See, wahala. Back in Lagos, we had sworn we would never do Yahoo. So instead of scamming white people, we decided to service older rich women. Luckily for him, the week he entered Abuja, he met one politician's wife, and that's how fortune smiled on him. Few months later, he invited me over to try my luck. This was my 6th month, and already he had started squeezing his face whenever I opened pot or fridge. I knew my time was running out in his house, and I couldn't go back to Lagos to squat in the face me I slap you with my mother and younger sister. So that day, he sent me to go and buy bread, juice, eggs, and sardine. So him and a baggy he was knocking in the estate, we ate. Since I wasn't paying rent, he turned me to his houseboy. Na man do man o, you dey hear am. As I was shopping and walking around to waste time, I saw one fair-skinned, not so beautiful, but very thick woman in her late 40s staring at me. I didn't think much of it because at this time, I'd given up on finding a sugar mommy. I wasn't even properly dressed. I wore an Arsenal jersey because I had lost any hope of ever winning anything. I thought it was a dream when I went to pay and told the cashier to add my bills to hers. I turned and she smiled lustfully at me. I smiled back and thanked her. Then I carried my things and hers, and she led me to her car. I didn't even think about it before entering her clean Prado Jeep like a baddie. After introduction, small talks began. She was married but lonely. Her husband is always traveling and cheats on her with different women. Her kids are in boarding school, so it's just her in the big house. She offered to drop me off, and if I was free, she suggested that she shows me her place so I can come visit anytime. I agreed and we got to her apartment. A few minutes later, after I dropped off the groceries with my friend, she told me to freshen up, and right there I realized snack was finally about to happen. I too will have my own sugar mommy. I started thanking God that I shaved that morning. As soon as I came out of the shower, auntie was strike baloto in bed. You read something wet soft immediately. I had to close my eyes and imagine all the bad movie I watched to get hard small. From that afternoon till midnight, I was on top this woman, sweating and working like a slave who built the Egyptian pyramid. As advanced as this woman is, she didn't get tired. She kept asking me to knock her harder and faster and harder. Finally, around 1 a.m., she moaned like a hyena and finally told me to rest, that we will continue in the morning. With my legs shaking, I warmed egusi and made big eba and ate like a horse. In the morning, she woke me up again, and to my surprise, this woman had already prepared breakfast in bed for me. I greeted her ma, and she cautioned me to call her Caroline. She started feeding me. At first, I was not really comfortable, but the food was very delicious. I began eating and imagine what part of Abuja I would move to and the kind of car I would drive. Imagination waking my guy. So I can pepper my useless friend. After eating, she held my hand and told me she has a favor to ask of me. Favor, okay. Broke man. Well, I said, okay, anything, ma. Sorry, Caroline, ma. I will do anything for you. She smiled and said, okay. She wants me to follow her husband. Eh? Follow your husband, ke? To where, ma? She said to one of the popular hotels he visits and takes picture and video of him with the different girl he's sleeping with. Eh? I said, me, ke? Who? Me? I cannot, oh. Why I say my things are always different. So she started crying. She even knelt in front of me and her something was almost touching my feet. She said she would buy me car and rent a place for me. Immediately, my something stood. She saw it and put it in her mouth. By that time, we finished the second round. I had already gotten the name of the hotel and the room number from her. She told me not to worry. She already paid her inside person in the hotel. The person will let me in to his room with a master key. Her husband always uses one particular room. I will set up my camera where he won't find it. Then I will hide under the bed, and once he finishes and the boat leave, I'll call her to let her inside person to let me out. It sounds easy, Abby. So 2 days later, I sneaked in, and 30 minutes later, the door opened. Her husband and a man entered. What? They went straight to the business. I had them kissing, then knocking, and in less than 15 minutes, they were done.